The 151 binder is next up on the list. This is going to be my third thing I've ever opened from the Pokemon TCG. Third box. This one is actually very interesting because it comes with a binder. It's definitely a worse deal per pack, so I don't think a lot of people are repeat buyers of this, but I really like the idea of getting the binder. I don't actually have a modern binder for the Pokemon cards. I have like old ones, and a lot of people are telling me like not to use them because I guess like the rings and the different sleeves are a little bit outdated and they might damage the cards. So I'm eager to get this one opened up. I'm probably gonna put my like entire collection in this binder. So this is not packaged as well as the other stuff. Those were from Costco and Walmart. This is from eBay. This is from an individual, I suppose. I don't know for sure. I assume it's somebody who's just selling stuff on eBay. Kind of strange little situation there with the cardboard. So if we're gonna have any issues, it's going to be with the eBay purchases. We talked a lot about the scam and the potential like fraud or whatever with resealed packaging. People tell me that the 151 set is pretty rife with that. I've yet to encounter it myself, at least I think, but we will open this up and see what the contents look like and judge for ourselves. Looks like we have some paper covering it all. There is the actual product itself, wrapped in bubble wrap, so that's respectable. Kind of just like a sheet of bubble wrap put on top of it. Underneath, just like a piece of cardboard. What is that? Kind of just like a sleeve of bubble wrap. Like you can just pull it right out of there. Even has the price tag still on it, $35 there. That's, I guess, the MSRP. Can't seem to find these anywhere. I have no idea where people are buying them. I guess maybe they're bought like months and months ago now, but these ones seem to be really hard to come by. Decent dent out of the top left corner here. Looks like maybe it's been dropped before. Again, I'm not looking to collect these to then resell them. I'm actually opening them, so I don't really care too much about it. Other than that, it seems to be in pretty good shape. Let's go ahead and open it up. So not as much to this one. This is simply the binder and 4 packs. So we're gonna open the packs. Obviously, they come in this little like plastic thing. I guess no shrink wrap this time. Is that normal? maybe not. You guys tell me. But yes, the binder. This is the number one thing I want. I would have purchased this on its own if I could. It is one with the sleeves where you can put in the cards on the side, and from what I can tell, this is like superior. It makes it so like cards can't fall out while you're in transit, and because there's no actual rings, I guess that means that the cards won't ever potentially get bent by the rings. I guess that's like a real problem where if the sleeve kind of gets a little crimped, it will get bent by the ring and they'll be leaving a big mark on the cards on the inside of the binders. It says 29 pocket pages. As you can see, that includes back and front, so that's pretty good. That's a lot of slots. Is that enough to hold the entire set of cards? It says up to 360 of your favorite Pokemon TCG cards. I don't know, is that enough? I think there's more cards than that. Is there not? Pretty good. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna tell you, like, I really like the art for the Scarlet and Violet 151 set, but it's kind of getting a bit ridiculous now. Like, it's literally the exact same art for every single thing you purchase. I think they could have maybe diversified a little bit. The binder is kind of just the same, right? Like, it's exact same art. It's just like a bunch of the Pokemon all scattered around, which is kind of cool. I like that, but maybe something a little bit more flashy would have been nice for the binder. And also, like, there was like these like sheets of paper in there, I guess, again, to protect something from very little damage. So we have the 4 packs. Looks like it comes in this like little plastic thing. You kind of just like slide in and out of there. Like, they're not really like secured in there. And I don't know if the camera is going to pick up on this, but this card pack is without question a different color than the other 3. On the front, you can kind of see it too. It's like a brighter red. All the other ones are like a dull kind of maroony red, and that one is like an orangey red. Most noticeable on the back. Is that normal? You somebody give me some commentary on that, because the fact that I don't know if the camera is going to make it obvious, but those are very different colors, not even close to the same color. Is that some evidence that's been tampered with? So I guess we will start with this one and see if anything is abnormal about the cards in here. This one's seal also, like, I don't know, it doesn't really, it seems to be like very wavy here. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking this stuff after reading all these reviews, but it doesn't feel like it's firmly sealed in the bottom side here. But anyway, let's get them open and see what's inside. Looking at the pack as I open it, like, what, the back few cards are like all a little bent. Is that normal? I don't know. Let's have a look at what's actually in here. We have a, okay, out of the gate we have a foil water energy. I don't know, maybe that's enough to soothe those saying that might be damaged or resealed or something like that. Then we will start with the front. We have Goldeen as our first common. Really like the art on Goldeen. I like how it's so colorful in the background. Weeping Bell we've talked a lot about. I don't really like the art that much. I like the jungle theme, but I really just have to say, like, how the lip is not not evenly pink around it is really, really strange to me. We have the really artistic looking Ghastly. Now somebody gave me the tip that I could see exactly who is making these and look for more art by them. So it actually says here illustrated by C. Nanahara, and then this one it says illustration by Jerky. It's just one word. Tomikazu Komaya. Sorry, not great at pronouncing the Japanese names. But so we will take a look if other art looks like this. It honestly looks like a little bit like Van Gogh or like, you know, old types of art, like actually painting. We'll see if other art from that person looks like that. Maybe that's the trick. We have a Paris. We already talked about that one. That one is Yoriyuki Ikigama. Okay, the Magneton, the clay thing. So I saw on the actual Reddit the other day that people were talking about there is somebody who is like basically actually using clay to make these things, and they showed people how to do it. It might be this person, Yuka Mori. It might be the person, because apparently like a lot of people like this. I don't like this at all. That's our first uncommon, by the way. We have Magneton. Then we have Nidoqueen next. I guess I haven't gotten Nidoqueen yet. That is not art I recognize. I could have swore I got a Nidoqueen. I guess I just got a couple Nidokings, but yeah, Nidoqueen looks pretty good. There's like some mountains and a little bit of snow. You don't see a lot of snow in the background of Pokemon cards. Illustrated by, again, a single word, T0. It says T0. So that's actually some of the nicest art we've seen. I really do like that background. We have a Victory Bell again and again, illustrated by Jerky. I guess that's not surprising. Probably the same person does the same evolutionary line no matter what. Okay, first reverse holo, we have the Doug Trio. Talked a lot about this art. I don't really like it. I don't really like Doug Trio in general, but this one is illustrated by Miki Tanaka. So that's another new name there. I guess they have a lot of different people illustrating these. I had no idea that there's going to be this many different people working on this. Second reverse holo is a Slowbro. So again, not one that we really like the art of. I just don't like how bulky he looks. This again illustrated by a single word, Okacheke. I have no idea how I hope I'm pronouncing these names right. And then the final card is, oh wow, okay. This was the pack that had the weird coloration to it. Yeah, the very strange, like bright red coloration to it. So maybe I'm overly worried about this. This is a very rare card. This is a full art Blastoise. People are trying to get me to look at like the centering of it a bit. I don't really see exactly what I'm looking at, but I guess like this side has a little bit more than this side, so that means it's not perfectly centered. If it's not perfectly centered, you're unlikely to get a 10 on PSA if you were to get it graded. Is that a thing as well? Like, do we worry about that? Like how it's not straight? How are we gonna like kind of bend back into shape when we put it in the card saver? Seemingly a very good draw here, but let's go ahead and assume the best. We will go ahead and put right in the sleeve, and yeah, really good draw out of the gate here. Got through the very strange colored pack, and now we'll move on to the pack that I was a little skeptical of because it wasn't sealed fully. Yeah, this one is like not all the way pressed down in terms of the seal, but kind of just like pops right open. Like I didn't even have to actually open it. First card we have is another Holo Energy. Okay, two of these back-to-back packs. That's a little surprising, but I do like these, by the way. They're kind of cool. I just don't know that they're collectible. Again, we have Goldeen. First exact same start there, but we have Nidoran again. We looked at that art. I kind of like this art. This is another one by T0. We have Ghastly again, Paris again. Same. There's 3 out of the 4 cards so far, the exact same. There is our first uncommon. It is the Onyx. I talked about this in the last video. I didn't really like this art. I kind of like the background, but it looks really weird how digital the front looks. This one is from Shin Nagasawa. Oh, okay, Dragonair. This is our first Dragonair. I really like Dragonair. Dragonair is one of my favorite Pokemon. It's rare that we like find art that I don't like from Dragonair, and this is again not one of them. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. I feel like the Pokemon's just got like an inherent mysticism to them, so they always really capture that, and you really see that in the background there with that like moon. That's meant to be the moon, but it's got like these rings radiating out from it. Gorgeous, and of course evolves into one of the coolest Pokemon ever, Dragonite. Next up for the uncommons, we have a Seadra, and I think we've already gotten this Pokemon. The art is quite cool. I'll always say good things about any type of water art. This one is illustrated by Aspara. It's not even a capital name this time, it's just a lowercase name. A lot of different illustrators. I'm actually shocked by that. All right, first for first holo. Yet again, we have chance. This is our 5th Chansey now, but getting a rare reverse holo seems good. Like, if there's going to be resale value down the road, you would expect the rare reverse holos to be the ones. Next up, we have a Scyther. Told the great story about Scyther. Woke up Christmas morning, watched the episode where Ash tries to catch Scyther. Oh, always going to be a good memory for me back in the old days. And then our final card in this pack is going to be another Ditto. Okay, I think we already got, yeah, we got this guy in the last pack, didn't we? That's a bit unlucky, but regardless, if it's not one of the best cards, it doesn't really matter. We'll just collect them and see what the future looks like for them. All right, those 2 out of the way. These next 2 look exactly like all the the other cards I've opened. Uniform across, same colors, everything like that. So let's get them open and see what's inside. First card we have is a regular energy this time. We have Tangela. I really like this art. Let's see who does this one. It is Aya Kasube. Coughing is quite nice too. We have another one name person, Shibozu. These are just like artistic names. It's even got a period, Shibozu period. I really like the kind of like colorful background to it. It's very pretty. And it just makes Coughing look like such like a happy-go-lucky Pokemon, man. Like I wish he could stay that way forever. Psyduck, another one we love, man. Tyra Akitsu. Okay, so yet another. I don't know that I've seen the same name twice. Ekans is another very artistic one, and yet another one with a new name. I don't even know if I can try to pronounce this one. Heda Mahadaeta Yawarakai. I'm sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce that name. This is like actual art. This looks like it's actually painted and not drawn or not used with any kind of digital program. I really like those style Pokemon cards. First uncommon we have is Nidorino. I really do like this art. I really do like the way they have portrayed Nidorino in this. Next up we have Golduck. We talked a lot about that in the first episode as well. I love this art, but I'm still really confused what he's looking at. Pinsir is our next uncommon here. And then it's time to go to the reverse holos, and we get the Dragonair. Wow, how about that? So we got Dragonair on our previous pack, and now we have the reverse holo Dragonair, which I absolutely love. This is definitely going to go down as one of my favorite pieces of art, so I'm really pleased with this. Next up we have the Magneton. Again, like, yeah, one of my least favorite pieces of art. Card is like actually looking like it's got a little bit of damage on it or something like that. There's just like a strange white dot right there. We'll come back to that. I want to compare that to the other Magneton. And then the final card is a regular rare, a Beedrill. Okay, I remember commentating on the fact that the Beedrill is actually a rare, whereas the Butterfree is not a rare, and that seems like discrimination to me. Yeah, maybe you could see it. Yeah, it is actually like, I don't know if it's damaged or if there's like something wrong with the printing of it. But there's a white dot in a spot where it is not there on the regular art. So that must mean it is something exclusive to this actual card. Very strange. And then the final of the 4 packs, we will open this up and hopefully get something nice in here. Shiny Energy. Okay, so yet again, we got 3 of those in 4 packs. That seems kind of surprising to me. First card we have is Meowth. Not a big fan of this art. This is another new guy, Naoki Saito. Okay. Execute. This one I love. I really like this art. It is by Shigenori Negishi. All right, that's a name to remember because I hope that they will do more. Clefairy, yeah, I mean, it's all right. I like the art, but Clefairy is like one of my least favorite Pokemon from the original 151. Machop, we talked a lot about this. I really like this evolutionary line, and I really like how the character is depicted in all the cards for the set. First uncommon, we have Daisy's Help again. I still haven't found out who Daisy is. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be Gary's sister or whatever. And next up, we have a Venomoth again. I always love Venomoth. I always will. We have a Rapidash for the next uncommon. And then we are down to our final 3 cards, and they are all going to be at least reverse holo. So let's take a look at them right now. We have an Electrode. I quite like the Electrode, to be honest. It's a lot nicer than the Voltorb. You know, I'd rewatched the Pokemon Generations. I forgot how good those were. I don't know if anybody's seen those, but I really liked how cute they depicted Electrode in the one where Lance like breaks into the Team Rocket headquarters from the Gen 2 side. They're just like sleeping and being drained, and they just have these like really cute expressions on their face. I think like Electrode could be a really cute Pokemon, but when they depict them as like almost like a sinister kind of evil looking Pokemon, especially the Voltorb, it just kind of like ruins the whole point of it. Like, why is it a ball? Why is it, you know, it has the potential to be so cute. Anyway, next card is a Ditto again. Okay, so this is a reverse holo Ditto. So now we've gotten both of those in those 4 packs. Again, if it's a rare reverse holo, I got to assume it is worth hanging on to, but we'll see in the future. And our final card is going to be yet another one of these, Genghis Khan. Okay, this has like crazy print lines. Those are really bad. I've never really seen a lot of these cards, but yeah, this one doesn't have anything like that. This has like a cross shape in the middle of the card. I believe that's what you'd call print line, right? I don't really understand exactly all the terminology, but this is really noticeable. Like as soon as you see it, you see this kind of cross shape pattern in the card. But it is still a full art card, so apparently these are quite collectible even right now. So we'll hang on to this, put it in the sleeve, put it in the card saver. So they, yeah, 2, I mean, that's pretty good considering we only got 4 packs. Those are pretty good pulls, I feel like. As you can tell, I'm somebody who is a little skeptical of buying stuff from eBay that is, you know, especially stuff that could be easily faked and resealed and all this stuff. So if anybody has any experience with that, let me know. I'm not saying that person who sold that to me did that, but it is really weird that this pack had such a different coloration to the red down here. That ended up being the pack that we got the Blastoise from though, so I guess maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I am now going to go ahead and put all the cards I have in the binder. So I will do a bit of a review of the binder as well. I got a bunch of the cards in here. I'm going to show you guys how I organized it. A lot of people probably wouldn't choose to do this way. I think a lot of people probably just go in sequential order for how the Pokemon are labeled. Doing that though would mean that you're putting like the actual like super valuable cards in with the regular cards, and I don't really like that idea. So instead what I decided to do was I made a slot for every common and then every uncommon and numbered them that way. So as you see, I actually have like a lot of slots open for the commons. I'm really surprised. I am not putting the reverse holos in here right now. I'm going to keep all of the actual cards that I hope that will someday be valuable stored separately just in case. So here starts the uncommons. There's only like 4 or 5 cards that I don't already have one copy of. I'm actually kind of shocked, but I think, you know, like I said, a lot of them are going to be in the reverse holo form, so those don't count. Like basically I want to try to collect one of every card art, and then anything that I have left over that is either the reverse holo or the holo, I'm going to try to store those in a way that they will be preserved for the future, you know, down the road if I decide that I do want to try to sell some of these cards. Very satisfied with this binder. It's actually a great purchase. I'm really happy with this. I don't know, you guys tell me, do you think I'm being overly paranoid about the eBay purchase there? I just had this in my head that, you know, you never know, it could be tampered with. Very satisfied with this purchase either way. It wasn't even that, I think it was only like $35 or something like that. I really like the binder idea. I really like how the sleeves and like the stuff are like sideways and stuff. I think it's a way better form than what I used to use. So really satisfied with it all. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.